Boy, it's 70 degrees out. It's 70 fucking degrees out today. What the heck? Dude, this is awesome. Alright, so last night I got my other two springs in. They're an inch taller than these, so they might go in the front, they might go in the rear. I'm not entirely sure yet. They're all the same spring rate, 13K springs. So this is the mission today, getting these into the coupe. This is the last step that I need before I can put the wheels on, I believe, and I'm just stoked. Dude, it's 70 degrees out. What the heck? It was 40 yesterday, and it's gonna be 40 again tomorrow, but dude, it's 70 today. I wanna give you guys a huge thank you for the amount of support that I've been getting on the shirts and the stickers. They've been selling like crazy, so much so that I actually had to buy a scale so that I could properly weigh all my international orders going out, because some of them are ordering 10, 12 stickers at a time, and it's crazy. You guys are killing it, and I really appreciate it. If you guys want one, link in bio. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's get the day started. Oh my god, look who it is.
Hi.
Who's that?
Look it. Forgot about that.
Oh yes. Yes. I made this for last year's Wolf's Guard. It's funny as shit.
Wait, do you see a resemblance?
I'm out here enjoying the coffee as usual. I didn't get extra today, I just got regular, and it's actually good. So I'm gonna try and get my car through this. I'm gonna try and come through that way. But yeah, it is terribly muddy from afar. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I can get my car in here. Oh well. So I was worried that I wasn't gonna be able to make it in here, but this kind man just decided to, his name's Cletus, decided to level it out for us, which is awesome.
Helping us out. Brother.
So now I should be able to get in here. Sick! Ouch.
Good enough for me.
Sanding it.
Nice job.
One.
I loosened it up for you.
Thanks.
No problem.
Alright, so because of limited workspace, I am going to do the rears first, and then we're going to pull the car out, spin it around, and back the front in, and then do the front. So that is the plan.
Hey.
Looking good.
Thanks.
The rear coilover has less room to travel than the fronts, so I'm gonna put the bigger springs, which are these, in the front and the smaller springs in the rear. That way it kind of levels itself out. And yeah, see how it goes. All right, so thankfully the last time that I put these control arms in and all that stuff was like a week ago. It makes it super easy to take this stuff out again. So literally taking the bolts out in the rear took me like 5 minutes, which is awesome. We're taking the top bolts off the coilover right now. And after that, she's ready to come out. And it's as easy as that. Now for you guys that are doing this and it's not as easy, you're gonna need some WD-40, you're gonna need some power, you're gonna need, you know, ways to get these things off. But for me, thankfully, it was pretty easy. But for those of you that are doing this for the first time, just take it slow, don't break stuff. But I'm gonna get this coilover out, move on to the passenger side, get that out, and then we'll be good on the rear. Look at that. That was easy. Yeah. Top hat comes off, or the whole thing, whatever works. And that goes right on top. cool. Easy peasy. All right, so driver's side is in.
Leave me alone. Bad hair day.
Passenger side is in. We're gonna go and get some drinks and stuff now because we're tired and whatever reason, we want drinks. All right, so we're back from getting drinks. Decided to get good old Nos and a Gatorade. Right now, I'm trying to unseize the coilover because I was an idiot and decided to not coat them in some type of oil or petroleum or something during the winter. So now all the threads are rusty. So I'm just using a mallet and a pry bar to crack the whatchamacallit's loose. And it's working, but it's one of those slow but sure things. I gotta get it so that the spring's not loose in there, get it nice and tight, and then should be good for the rear. All right, so the rear springs are on the coilovers. Yes, I know this isn't the correct way to put springs into coilovers. You're supposed to have the coilovers re-valved and everything like that. But with a spring rate this high, you're not even really gonna notice a difference. It's just gonna be really stiff. So that's the goal here. We're just trying to get tight fitment without any rubbing, and that's what we're gonna get with this. So I'm gonna throw the wheels in the back and lower the car down, and then see if I can have enough room where I can just spin the car around, or if I can do it right here the way it is, I'll just do it right here the way it's set up. But yeah, that's the plan right now. Pierce, can I test fit one of your tarmacs?
You don't hurt him yet.
I won't hurt him. Damn.
Yo, Pierce, come peep it.
I got that Fitbit, boy.
Actually looks really good.
Slam it on tarmacs daily.
That should have been your wheel set. It was fine.
Nah, I like my works, man. Tarmacs will look good on your car, though.
I know.
When you put the tarmacs on your car.
After I get the body fixed.
Body needs to be fixed.
A little bit of rust in New England car.
Yep, I know about that.
Well, your whole car is rusty, so it
Yes.
defeats the purpose.
All right, ready? Give it a push.
Pretty sure I can make it hop if I try.
So I haven't explained exactly why I'm doing this. When you go low and you don't have bags or air suspension, you want to not rub. So what I'm doing pretty much is just taking the springs that are on the coilovers, taking them off because they're not stiff enough, and putting stiffer springs on, in turn giving me stiffer suspension. Might be a little bouncy, but it's going to keep the car from rubbing, which is what I need, and I'm honestly fine with it because the Del Sol has the same exact suspension setup as this, minus the struts themselves, but the struts don't really play a game in this once you put springs on them this stiff, because even if they blow, you're not even gonna feel it. It's just stiff. So the rear is done. I'm gonna move the car forward a little bit, just jack up the front and get the front going. Hell yeah. Old spring off. New spring on. All right, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of kind of backyard modification to this top hat. The rubber in here is a little bit wider than the inner diameter of this spring, so it doesn't sit flush with it. So I'm just gonna take a razor and trim the rubber back so that it fits into the spring perfect, because when I put the top hat on, it was sitting crooked, and that's not gonna be good for anything for the car. So I'm just gonna make this fit in there and we'll be good. All right, so here is the top hat. I took a razor to it and I just kind of trimmed the circle around the edge just so that it sits centered on the top of the spring, and then when I go to tighten it down, I lubricated it so it should hopefully squeeze itself through, and we'll be good. All right, so it did exactly what I was hoping it was gonna do. You can see it's nice and straight on the strut. So goodbye old spring, and hello new stiff spring. These coilovers were literally $280 on eBay, so
I don't really care if they get blown and spanked out. If they do, then I can just buy some BCs and get them valved properly to 13K, 15K, whatever I choose. But for now, I'm gonna rock these, see how they do. I have this same setup on the Del Sol and it's been fine, so I'm assuming it's going to be fine on this too, since an EG or an EJ1 is the same exact thing. All right, so spring is in, everything's tight. Should be good. I didn't even have to touch the preload on this one because these springs are a little bit longer than the other ones, so it just tightened right up nice. So driver's side's done. I'm gonna throw the wheel on, get the passenger side up, and do the same thing. Yuck. Alright guys, so both sides are in. This car should be a lot stiffer now. So I'm gonna tighten down the two bolts up here. And then I'm gonna look at this passenger side axle because I've been hearing clicking or not clicking, but if I hit a bump hard enough, it pops every now and then. So I wanna see if the axle's in all the way, if the ring has popped, or if there's something else that's loose in here. So I'm just gonna check everything, make sure it's tight, and then we'll be good to go. All right guys, so I got all four wheels back on. The rear is definitely a lot lower than the front. As you can see, it is raking severely hard, but they need to settle too. And I know that the front springs were an inch taller than the rear, so I guess that's to be expected. The front has more room for going lower on the coil sleeve, so that's why I put the taller ones in the front. But I'm gonna head home now, and I'm gonna pick this up in the morning when I'm going to get my coffee again, and I'm gonna tell you guys how they ride and if they've gotten any lower and all that stuff. So I'll see you in the morning.
Good morning. So, next day, looking at it right now, front really has not settled, but I guess that's to be expected as well because they're so stiff, there's really not gonna be much settling. Car is still raked. The rear is definitely a lot lower than the front, but what can I say? I mean, again, the front springs are an inch taller, so it is what it is. I'll lower it when it's time to put the wheels on, and yeah, I guess let's just go for a driving test. All right, so initial thoughts, it's not bad at all. It's riding really well. I was worried that when I put these in, you know, the alignment was gonna be off again, but the alignment's straight. It's taking bumps like a champ. It's not really doing anything that I was worried about, which is awesome. I am noticing that it's a little bit bouncy, but I think the balloon tires that are on it right now is playing a role in that at the same time. So once I get the wheels on with a little bit of a stiffer profile on the tires, I think that the bounciness will go away a little bit. Probably not all the way, just because the quality of the coilovers isn't the best, but you get what you get.
How can I get for you?
Hi, can I get a large ice caramel swirl regular with a shot of blueberry? I actually think the regular is better than the extra extra now that I'm trying it. I don't really know why I was getting extra extra. It was just yeah, I don't know, but I think I'm gonna get regular from now on. It's less sugar and less cream, so can't go wrong there. All right, so you guys remember that video I made a while ago showing the car's, you know, spring rate, bounciness, stuff like that. I'll put that over right now, just so you guys get an idea of what it used to be from eBay. They were advertised as 8K springs, but they're definitely not 8K springs. And now, I'll show you guys what it is now. So, front, a lot stiffer. Rear, a lot stiffer. And it was for a fairly cheap price as well, which is awesome. So if you guys are interested in getting these springs, I'll leave a link below. And
as for the car meet, I'm thinking about doing it on the first weekend of spring, so that's, I'll put the text in here right now so that you guys can see the exact dates and location and stuff like that, time, all that stuff. If you guys are interested in coming out, be sure to come out because I'll have the Del Sol there and it'll be cool. So I'm going to end this video here. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is the last thing that I needed for this car before I can put the wheels on. Right now it's sleeting outside, so obviously I can't put them on today. I want to put them on, you know how bad I want to put them on, but right now, with it being still February, I know it's gonna snow, I know they're gonna put salt in the roads, all that good stuff, so they'll go on soon enough when the weather gets a little nicer, and yeah, that's gonna be it. So I will see you guys in the next one.